All right, ladies and gensets, boys and Gevos, we are live from Ed Painter's front porch. And we are waiting for train I-03, which is a reroute section of train 203, a very hot intermodal train on the I line, which sees like one train a month. And unfortunately, we're getting screwed over. PTC is the victim, or I should say the perpetrator.
It's always PTC.
PTC
could have prevented this.
The train crew did not understand that this line does not have PTC. So the dispatcher told them to ignore the PTC, but they were sitting there forever. And now we're not going to get a shot of them in good light, which just really irritates me.
Why is Clip so whining? She used the bathroom?
No, you have food, and she wants your food. Gabe here is chowing down on some wings.
Oh, I forgot my ice cream. Oh, no. Actually, it's rainbow sherbet.
Just want to give a shout out to Richard Paddock for the $25 me. I'm just going to keep hanging up on him until he stops calling me. Looks like the live stream is back up again.
I can message, he's with Patrick.
Oh, there's the northbound. The one that's going to block this other train that we actually care about. Amazing. Why is it always this way?
They hate you, bro.
They do. This live stream is brought to you by Moving America. And Kermit the Frog.
Hello, everybody. It's Kermit the Frog here, reporting live from Copata, Georgia. I'm only here today because I'm hiding from Miss Piggy.
Hey, thanks for that $10 super chat there, Cody Carter. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. At least I guess that's the silver lining is your super chats. So thanks for supporting the channel. We're just going to stay live.
Hey, Macarena.
The reason why this is a depressing evening is because this train left like an hour and a half ago and was supposed to be here within 30 minutes. And the train sat there because the crew didn't know how to operate the train without PTC. So they sat there waiting to talk to the dispatcher, and they finally got permission to come this way.
Yeah, we've never run on this railroad before.
Yeah.
But you want us to run on this railroad.
So instead of getting a good shot of the train, we're going to get a garbage shot of the train, and you won't even be able to see the cars or anything. So we're just going to film and... You should. Right at the crossing. Do it. I need a light bar for my van.
I think I've got a spare 32-inch light bar. We can add it up top.
That'd be great. Oh, here comes the northbound.
Did you want to go use your camera and watch the lights?
Yeah, I'm just going to take my tripod down. It doesn't even matter. You can't even see this. Yeah.
Everybody knows Ed. Well, which way?
That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. I mean, what guitar?
I do not know how on earth the dude got my name on Instagram, but the freaking conductor on T36
Which track is this train on? Is he not up here? Oh, sounds like he's over here. You guys just think I don't know where to point the camera. I'm pointing the camera towards the train.
This sucks.
Everybody was screaming turn the camera. I don't think they realized there was a track up there.
Who is that?
Who is who? I don't know. Somebody in a Challenger.
That might be Rachel. Watch it be Rachel. I guarantee you this is Rachel.
Oh, probably.
It is.
And your van's parked right in the freaking way.
Yes, it is. Rachel and Bailey. Well, ladies and gensets, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm.
They're wearing Drayton and Southern shirts. Why don't I have a Drayton
Oh my
and Southern
gosh,
shirt?
you two are unbelievable.
Very dangerous.
Oh no.
It's okay. He's having a crap afternoon, so that makes
Hey
up for it.
guys.
I am never going to
Don't
hear
touch
the
the
end
door.
of this.
Don't touch the door.
Yeah, because Ed will freak
Yeah,
out.
because they've went in and out about 30 or 40 times tonight, and so he keeps calling and killing the live stream because they keep going in and out of the doors.
Welcome to Ed's.
This is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Well, we will
We'll
in a
go back
minute.
in here in a minute. Yeah.
We got screwed. The train that we were waiting for, the only one that matters, they didn't know how to use PTC on this line. Positive train
Hey, look, there's a
control.
police officer looking for whoever was going through town at 80 earlier.
Huh, I wonder who that was.
It was probably me. I was talking about
no,
me.
it
'Cause
was-
I was.
Definitely me.
We learned, Wade, that if you drive 86 miles an hour in a 55 and the cop doesn't have a pen, you won't get a ticket. We learned that this morning, didn't we?
He said, I can confiscate that pin on your console right there, but I'm not. I said, it's purple. You can't even use it.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Gabe calls and he goes, "My camera's dying," and I'm up there in town with Ed and all of them. And so I jump in the car and I was like, all the cops are sitting out there by the little building, and I just kind of creep out of town because with that exhaust, when I get on it, it's super loud.
Oh, is that
And
your
every-
Mustang?
Yeah. And everybody knows when I get on it, so I'm just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And as soon as I got past the police standing outside, I just punched it, and I did like 80 that time.
Shout out to Paul Campbell, who says, "Here's $5 for helping your internet connection." Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. Paul, I don't have my videos done yet, but when I finish editing them, I'll send them to you.
Oh, wait.
So they weren't able to function PTC?
Yes, and
So they just didn't run the train?
yeah, they just sat there waiting for the dispatcher
Are
to
you
tell them what to do.
serious?
Yeah,
Did they ever run it?
the dispatcher was
It's not
like,
there yet.
the dispatcher, yeah, oh, it's coming. Still, I heard it after I got off the Scale Trains live stream, and I was like,
Sorry
crap.
we interrupted you.
No, I was gonna say bye to you guys, but then I heard the train. I just came here, and perfect lighting and everything. It was great. And then they just are sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting and
I
waiting.
was trying to run your Amtrak train earlier, and I couldn't figure out how to turn the sounds on, so I just drove around blowing the horn. I didn't figure out how to turn the little blinky lights on. The little blinky lights are kind of cool, though. But I couldn't figure out how to turn the engine sounds on.
This is maintenance of Wade, the one that I'm always talking
I
about.
almost wore that shirt.
Yeah,
today,
I said, oh yeah, he's hanging out with Wade tonight. She said, Wade from work.
Well, no, you said that he was going to spend the night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I said,
yeah, Wade's gonna
wait
stay
from
the
work
night.
is spend. Like, you going to have fishbowl margaritas in your house?
Well,
He
no,
always
wait a minute.
talks
I
about
didn't
his
say I didn't
mystery
bring
night
alcohol.
It's a fishbowl market.
Now, I didn't know
Oh,
we were supposed to stop at the liquor store.
Well-
I keep some in the trunk.
I hope you guys.
Same!
I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Hi, Kahutta, whatever you say, Kahutta Police. Hello.
Look, I passed that cop
Why
so
is
fast
Ed mad
this
at
morning,
someone?
I couldn't even see
Every
what he
time
was
you
doing.
open the door, he gets a notification on his
goes
phone.
off.
Where's he at?
At
He's in town.
downtown drinking, waiting for the train to come.
He's still
No,
down
he was down there eating an ice cream cone when I left.
Oh, okay.
Man, they're closed now. We could go get ice cream. They're closed
We're
at
gonna go to
1.
Pops later.
Are we?
Can I come?
Sure. We have a group. This super ghetto bar slash
Are we gonna
restaurant.
go like eat there?
I'm hungry. I
inside?
haven't ate anything.
Oh, well, we were going to stop and get food, but she didn't know if you would be hungry or not.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
was gonna
starving.
get pizzas. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all good.
Aw.
That's Calypso. Can we go inside and eat? He never lets me go inside to Pops.
Well, you. Oh, I thought. Yes, you can.
It's
If
because
we
you don't
go.
want your hot thing and hit on.
He
No,
doesn't
we're
want us
getting.
murdered.
Or getting what?
Murdered.
Yeah.
Did you know him?
Yeah, that's Patrick.
What's a dispatcher? For
Uh,
the rail?
he's not a dispatcher. He is a.
Machinist, I guess. Ain't it?
Yeah, he works for the Railroad Museum as well.
Oh, they're coming after Ed.
Oh man.
Drunk driving.
He had 1 beer. 2 beers. Sorry.
Don't
2 beers.
open
Yeah.
the door.
He had 6 last night.
Yeah, we won't open the door.
I'm Bailey. Nice to
Oh!
They really are pulling over Ed.
Is that Ed?
Oh my god.
No way!
Oh, he's been drinking.
It's Ed!
Hey, Ed!
He said turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
Ed told them to turn the lights.
Please don't pull over our friends. He's literally within spitting distance of his home.
This is the best live stream ever.
He's saying to the people he knows he pulled over. This is bad
He's
luck.
in bad luck.
Thank you.
Poor Ed.
Who's Ed?
Y'all may move your
The
car
drive
closer
of
to
shame.
Yeah, watch this.
Drayton, do you need to move your van? and
Go
stuff?
just off road.
I'll probably just drive around it.
Do you want us to move
How many times you want me to? You gonna see it?
Sure.
There you go, that works. Kids these days. I can do it one more time.
It's all Gabe and Drayton.
Oh, do you want to see his house?
Apparently Ed wasn't driving with his lights on.
Drayton and I used to live here. Oh, well,
Yeah, at one point in time for like a week or two.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
We didn't do that.
yeah. That's amazing. All right, make sure you hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button for Ed. He needs a like. Especially after getting pulled over. Tell you what, since we're not gonna get the shot, we'll just film the train come by. It'll be fantastic.
Go do a live stream on the layout later. I know you let him come over to your house and he parks right in the middle of the dadgum driveway.
Let this damn piece of shit jump.
He ain't lying.
A retard.
Here's Ed, everybody, the guy that just got pulled
In
over.
front of his own house.
That's amazing. That was amazing, Ed.
Hey, it wasn't. If the lights don't come on that car like they ought to, I don't.
We're standing here and I heard the siren and I was like, I bet they're fixing to pull Ed over. And sure as shit, here you come out.
That was amazing.
When you live in a small town and you know everybody here, I just was chatting with the police chief a minute ago. So the kid, he's a real nice kid. The guy that he just said, it's good to have your lights on. I said, well, yeah.
Well, Justin Strickland just gave me a $5 super chat for Ed's bail money.
For my Ed's bail money. Not a problem in Cahutta.
Yeah, no issue there.
No. So how many more times can we go out?
Well, I got to go in one more time because Bailey has never seen a model railroad layout, and she's here.
Now who's Bailey?
My coworker and Rachel's friend,
Oh, Bailey, the
graphic designer.
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How
yeah,
do you turn it on? I was about to say, we've got trains parked all over the layout currently.
yeah. Well, we'll get them
Go in
moved.
the breaker box. It's the lower switch to the right
Downstairs?
side. Right, the left side rather. And it's
What?
Got, it's got a little thing that says
Breaker box in the basement, lowest left.
railroad. It says railroad.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey!
there's the cop saying hi to us. Ain't no place like Cahutta,
So
Ed.
you live in a small town, you go to town council meetings, you get involved in all kinds of activities. You know everybody, and everybody knows you, so it's a pretty safe thing unless you get completely out of control or something.
Right.
So he's the youngest guy on the police force. Can't remember his name all the time. He was a really nice, polite young man, and I didn't have my lights on.
Well, you definitely are the light of the live stream there, Ed.
I don't know about the live stream, but anyway, and the thing about that car, that's a car that I recently acquired that from my mom, who's 95 and really didn't need it any longer. And it's got a whole different thing about where the automatic switch is for the lights. You know, like in my truck, it's just automatic.
Paul Campbell says that you made his entire day.
Well, it could have been worse if the train had come and we had blue lights flashing everywhere. That would have been amazing, wouldn't it?
It would have been.
Come on.
Yep, we hear the train, but it's going through pitch black. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Dark as a dungeon.
Damp as the dew.
Out in the front yard of my house.
I hate June bugs.
Trains are the worst.
I do think though that I worked with commercial and nuclear power management, and I worked with all things efficiency and all things with processes, and it just incredibly blows my mind that they can detour these trains to assure they get to where they're going on time, yet they spend hours and hours changing train crews in an area where they know well in advance the crew needs to be there. It's just, I don't understand it. I don't understand how railway management does not force things to be more efficient.
You should write Squires a long, drawn-out letter.
No. Squires is not a railroader. So
And just remember, every foot needs a big toe. Isn't that right, Gabe?
Squires, you know, he's a Yankee from up north. He's a lawyer, not really a railroader. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're not able to manage things properly. But I don't know. I mean, it's just been crazy. But when you see things like this where there's really no reason that crew needs to be sitting there waiting when the train arrives. That other train needs to be given priority of other stuff coming south out of Knoxville. And when you get here, you shouldn't have. We had a grain train and an intermodal northbound on track 2 that blocked this train even coming through once it got here. Which, why would the dispatcher line them that way?
On the wrong track.
They could have lined them up the other track.
Yep.
And there was a southbound sitting there, but they could have run him south of Barnell and crossed these other guys over in front of him, and they still could have gotten this guy out.
They don't even do dispatching anymore. The
Huh?
computer just runs it for them.
Auto Railroad does a lot of it, but at the same time, you know, well, you just need to be smart what you're trying to do as far as looking for the priority trains at priority. I mean,
There's the headlight.
That's what it's all about.
Oh,
Well,
Anyway,
this is the super rare train that we never get to see.
I'm hollering at
that's my 10 cents for industrial management
Yeah,
production.
I'm opening your door. I'm hollering at you. Sorry.
Well, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying the live stream. I am so excited to film this train in the dark.
I'm walking down to the track.
Unbelievable.
My camera will not work.
Unbelievable.
I'm going down to the cross.
Yeah, you're fine. Ed, come out here and wave at the crew in my shot.
No, you can't see. I'm just going to sit here. I'm frustrated by the utter failure of efficiency here.
Me too.
And I'm a stockholder, and doesn't make me feel good.
This is so depressing. Well, this is train IO3 because NS doesn't know how to dispatch anymore. We are currently waiting for this cool train that runs on a rare stretch of railroad to get here, and of course we get it in darkness. But that's a cool Challenger, right?
he's doing. No. And crazy.
Well, that's
What's that?
coming through in darkness.
Yeah. Coming through with one massive amount of green on my pictures. 51,200 ISO. And the mirrorless 5D.
I tell you, I really hope one day I can get a train on the High Line in daylight.
Come running down this one.
When you have a job. Isn't that depressing, folks? So Ted Patterson was asking what makes this train rare. Well, first of all, it's an intermodal train. Second of all, it's a very high priority intermodal train. The reason they are running it on this line is because there was a major derailment in South Carolina at a town called Norris, and not too far from central South Carolina. And basically they're running this train south of Knoxville on the I line, and this line literally only sees like one train a month. And
they routed the train from Hagerstown, Maryland to Roanoke, Virginia to Bristol, Tennessee to Knoxville.
Where are they stopped?
I have no idea. Why are they stopped, Ed? Do you know?
Because they don't have a signal yet. They need a signal.
Would you like to see one of the trains?
Nice to meet you. I'm Bailey.
Nice to meet you, Bailey. Pleasure.
I'm production artist at Scale Trains.
All right. You are. Good for you.
Her career is on track.
Good.
Is that what we call it?
H-O-N scale track.
Lee, I was telling you, is the last stream still going?
Still going.
So anyway, so they routed it to Bristol, Knoxville, and then Cleveland, where the I line cuts across to the H line or the Atlanta North, and can take it straight down to Atlanta. So it's a pretty decent alternative. All the clearances are good for double stacks and everything like that. So, but understanding is the wreck has been cleared up to the point this afternoon or evening that they'll be running everything back on the Greenville district, which is the wreck was, like you said, at Norris, which is a little bit north of Clemson. It's between Greenville, South Carolina, and Clemson, where the diorama was. I used to live over there about 4 miles from where the wreck occurred, and I also lived on the railroad over there. So somebody's asking questions.
Somebody's asking questions. Let's see. Yep, there's a stop signal there at Cohutta.
Baby.
An education lesson, according to Ed.
Your live stream thing went from very rare train on I-line to very depressing evening.
Yep. Hey, at least I got a supportive wife, right? You know? There we go. There she is. Rachel, what do you think of this evening so far?
I mean, I've had a great time, but I wasn't waiting on the Mega Yucca rare train all night. So,
I saw my first train layout.
Yes, we went to the pool. It was great.
Oh, that was great. Oh, we had the best Sonic drinks ever.
Yes,
They have boba.
now.
What is boba? I
The
know what
juicy-
Boba Fett is.
The little bubbles.
Boba Fett is from Star Wars, but that's all I know.
I don't know about that.
My wife has never seen a Star Wars movie all the way through.
That is a lie. You have
All the
sat
way
there and
through.
watched- No, oh, that's
You
true.
fall asleep halfway
That's
through.
True. I haven't seen one all the way
Same. The
through.
only one I've ever seen is the one that Disney made.
Yeah. I can't help if I fall asleep during it. It wasn't good enough.
Well, and just so you know, I did not request that anyone wear a train shirt, but
Oh yeah, guys, merch is on the website.
actually it's not. But
$15 a shirt. Get you a shirt.
They're so comfortable.
there actually is no merch on the site right now, but maybe one day.
Only the true fans got the shirt.
That's right. That's right.
A1 since day one, baby.
There you go. There's Gabe out there taking pictures of cars sitting there.
Aw.
Amazing.
So for what it's worth, the train that was sitting down there on track 2, they're running him out through Waring, and he's lying south all the way through Dalton. So for whatever reason, and God only knows, they're letting this guy sit here rather than running him down. Well, actually, track 2, the other guy was on track 1, running him all the way down to Waring. It makes no sense. I have no clue what the auto router and dispatching thought process is with all this.
Well, you know, there are 230 people watching the live stream right now. Make sure you hit the like button. Helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I just want to give a quick shout out to Sadie77711 for the $15 super chat. Appreciate you supporting the channel.
There's another southbound coming.
Wow.
They've got it at Long, and they've got it lined as far as Varnell. Or maybe it actually is.
How are they gonna give it to us?
Yeah, you can't get a pizza.
That's true. I
Like,
didn't-
there's literally no way. I forgot about that.
We can ride the
They can
train.
hand you it across
It's-
that car.
What's
Do
that
I-
over?
The flat spot on that car right there, you just have it toss it over to
How
you.
would we get out to go get it? Oh, no one delivers out here. We're in the boondocks. Is it the boondocks?
Isn't there a pizza place over there in Varnell, Ed? No?
You want to get a pizza here, you got to call Dalton, and you got to meet him at the food line in Varnell.
She's been bugging
Wow.
the crap out of me because I've had those hot.
How many bugs have y'all in my house tonight? Oh, it's in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we like to trigger Ed sometimes.
You just
Yeah.
need to lock them out next
When I go to bed tonight and I'm swarmed by flies.
One time, Brittany and I went on an ice cream run at 4 in the morning, forgetting about the alarm, and Ed woke up and didn't go back to sleep. And when we got back home, we had an earful.
Richard Andrew Swain with the
Yes.
£2 super chat.
Do
The,
you
door, the
remember
doors
that?
ding every time you not just this, but there's also
In the
security systems that goes
house.
ding ding.
Okay.
Anytime a door opens or shuts, any exterior door.
I am looking forward to seeing 1361 run one day.
Drayton, do you care if I borrow your tripod?
We're
please,
talking
to get
about the
some
260.
No, you
The
can't use my
2662.
tripod. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Go
the
ahead.
Could you
2662 up at
Could you take the plate off for me?
You got a lot on your plate. You got to get a coin to do it.
Son of a biscuit.
There's one in my purse, Gabe.
Of course
You can
there
have
is.
one.
So what's he
I'll
talking
let
about?
you
The good
drink.
life.
Right,
I don't
he's
want
talking
to
about
pour it on
1361 up to Western
Oh, I
Maryland.
don't care.
No, the
Penzi K4 Pacific.
Oh, the K4 13. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
they
that-
just announced today that they hired that FMW Solutions outfit that's out here in Chattanooga to restore it. For me.
they hired what's his face.
Is that the
Chain
K4
Yeah.
that was running a few years ago?
Yeah,
Hopefully they don't have David Pugh working out there.
That's Steam Operations Corp.
And I said, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I told you they'd get it if you said it in train company.
I had to try it. I had
Horrible.
to try it.
There, Ed. Now you can just talk to the
I can
people.
scratch my neck, whatever. But yeah.
There you go.
Just don't scratch your ass.
You just talk away. I'm gonna go in for just a second. I'll be right back, and you'll get another notification on your phone.
Okay. Every time my door opens or shuts, I've got a Ring doorbell, and I'm sure right now we're letting every insect in Cohutta, Georgia, into my house. Amazing. So it's just one of those things. But that's what happens sometimes. So it is interesting. We've got another southbound coming, and what they're doing right now is they're holding this guy once again because of this southbound that's coming. The southbound's good grief. It is. It's on top of us. No, actually, it's 2, 4, 6 miles away. Southbound 6 miles. Interesting though. It really does, make me wonder why you've got a priority train like this, FedEx, UPS, all that kind of thing, and you're sitting here, train after train of low priority, letting him sit till they get by. Don't understand it. And I'm a NS stockholder, not of a moderate magnitude, so I don't understand it all. But really inefficient crew change in Cleveland, and I don't know, it just irritates me. But the I line for many years, it was an outlet. You had areas on the Southern Railway that produced coal in southwestern Virginia, in middle Tennessee, north of Knoxville, so on and so forth. And this particular line fed coal to many fossil power plants, coal-fired power plants in the southeast. And certainly with what we've done both with EPA and so forth to coal, as well as low natural gas prices, many of these smaller power plants have shut down and or been converted to natural gas where the economics made sense. So you see very little traffic on the I line anymore. When I moved here a number of years ago, when Sevier Yard was still in operation up near Knoxville, there was a through freight every day each direction that went from Sevier down to Macon, and 225 and 226. And they went away when Sevier Yard was shut down and went to flat switching only. And then there were still a number of coal trains, and they had just dwindled to nothing. And at one point we had limestone rock trains going to some Georgia Power plants that were the limestone was used in scrubbers at those power plants. Haven't seen much of them lately either. So the I line sees very little traffic. They came in last year and put a massive ties in on the I line. And interestingly enough, the ties they pulled were basically very rotted, so the situation with ties was pretty bad. But they did make that investment in it. And a number of years ago, too, a couple of years ago, there was a reasonable thought process that they're going to upgrade the I line and do some routing of things somewhat differently, and that did not happen. So anyway, this is exciting when we get 4 intermodals over in a 24 or so hour period. And yeah, so anyway. And I can't see what y'all are asking question-wise where I am here. Let me see if I can look at this thing. A B&P coal train yesterday up in Pennsylvania. Yeah, they have blocked the driveway some in past times, but I've got an alternative. I can go across the field in my pickup truck and get out that way. The only really bad thing I ever had with the driveway blocking one time was they tied a train down to recrew and never recruit it for like 12 hours. But fortunately, once again, I was able to drive across the field. I've got about 35 acres, and there's a dry enough area across this field I can go across and get in and out. The train is sitting because we have a southbound coming that's lined all the way through down to Waring and to Dalton. For whatever reason, I don't know why they would have lined him like that. That particular southbound is up near Long, what did I say, 46 miles away. There's also another southbound back behind him. I can't tell at this point whether it's going to go up to Cleveland over the A line or going to continue south on the H line. Well, the land block is Drayden. He's in the house playing model railroads downstairs. Hello, doctor. How do I know all that? Because it's my hobby, and I know a lot of railroad people, and pay attention to what goes on. And after a certain point, you can almost look at trains and tell what train it is by the consist and or combined with the time of day. And that's become more difficult because of the intermingling of both freight and auto racks in intermodal trains. So sometimes you have to suffer a little bit to understand what train it is. And we've got a beautiful moon coming up over there. Okay, sorry about that. I went and took some pictures of the moon. It's a great, big, gigantic, round, full moon, and really sort of pretty. From my front porch, I'm able to get really pretty sunrises and get some back glow from sunsets. I've had plenty of nice rainbows and stuff like that, too. It's a good hobby to have, definitely. Sometime we'll look at the model railroad. And we'll be able to look at all that sometime. Right now, it's sort of not as orderly as I like down there to show it off. I tend to be a neat freak, and I just can't stand things that aren't in order and such. Yeah, it is a supermoon. That's right. Really pretty. Strawberry moon, okay. Yeah, that southbound, there's two grade crossings that are within a mile north of my home here. And this train is now rounding the curve up here. And I really, this camera, this Drayden's got the camera stepping away. I can't really show you the train coming by very well, I don't think. Maybe a little bit. May or may not be able to see the train. We got 3 units, a bunch of auto racks. Looks like that. 3 units. It's actually intermodal, not auto racks. Actually, this train appears, well, it's hard to say when it's dark right now, but It's a stack train. This time of day, well, earlier in the evening at this time of the day, we have a pretty good rush of trains. If you've been here with this thing since Drayden set it up, and among the trains are 229, which is a very hot southbound. It's a Chicago to Jacksonville train. And then you've got a 315, which is a Chicago to Atlanta train. FedEx, UPS, things like that. '23N went north earlier today. I cannot explain exactly about the Model Railroad Museum thing. The museum bought the NMRA building on Cromwell Road. There's a model railroad in the basement of that now. Somebody wants some snacks? Interesting. Well, at least 123N went by earlier today, so I don't know. I've got a light pole up there. It's not bright enough to necessarily take pictures, but you can at least identify the trains. It's set up on a timer right now. I just had this done with when I had the barn renovated recently. And for some reason, I'm not able to get the timer to work properly, so I need to look at what I can do to make the timer work better to put enough light up there at least to be able to see what's going past. Yeah, part of the NMRA is at Side Daisy, that's correct. There's trains 24/7. I would have to sit down and try to count all the scheduled trains right now, but there's trains around the clock on the H line, on the line that this train is stopped on right now. Like I've said earlier, that's extremely irregular and sometimes nothing for a number of days.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 25.0.
I've shot the NW Heritage Unit going through here on the H line a number of different times. I can sit in my library in the house and literally look up at the H line, so it's sort of interesting. I can be doing some work on the computer or whatever and observe whatever goes past the house and you see some good stuff that way. Pretty healthy train here.
215,
Is it 215?
I think it was.
Either that or 229. 229 run already?
Norfolk
I'm
Southern,
not sure. I think the 215 is the train on the track.
track 1.
Well, they'll do that to 229. To 215, the key to 215 is seeing FedEx.
Yeah. Are they really running manifest on 229?
I've seen Manifest 9 either, but they.
That is ridiculous.
It really is odd that you see them intermingling freight and auto racks with intermodal. Now, auto racks were, in many cases over time, have been a part of the intermodal work, and like 223, 224 here, and a couple of the trains on the Piedmont side had racks normally with them, as well as their intermodal stuff. I don't have a signal. I've got cross bucks and a stop railroad thing on my grade crossing / driveway. So what have I been talking to?
Nobody, apparently.
But I'm gonna read. How come I get all their messages?
Well, it'll show you all the messages. They'll keep on coming through, but the feed will quit
Tell
working.
Drayden to come back up here and relieve me.
I can't.
Anyway. It is quite interesting. We're still sitting here waiting. Take a look at Train Mine 5. Well, looks like there's another southbound within about 2 to 4 miles of us, which is amazing. I'm not sure where the heck that came from. I mean, it's just amazing to me that I-03, which is a 203 and 204, the hottest trains over on the Greenville side, that we've done such a massive inefficiency with getting this train rolling through. Unreal. I don't think you're going to get into a real deal with the people are supposed to be professional, not if they piss off the dispatchers. That's probably not the issue, but it's very amazing to me that we keep continually running north and southbound, so you got this hot train sitting here doing nothing.
You got a bug on you.
That won't kill me.
There you go. You got a bug on you.
Anyway,
Well, everybody, have you enjoyed talking to Ed so far?
Ed is about run out of talk.
Oh, I hear them doing something with the air. This hardly ever happens, does it, Ed?
Well, we
Getting-
don't get trains on the island very often, but I just find it amazing, and I know I keep going back to this thing over and over again, both as a stockholder and a person that works with management efficiency type things with nuclear power. I just don't know what we're sitting here for so long with this hot train doing nothing. And not just here, but also at Cleveland. The handoffs were just not very good, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to be quiet. I could say something that's not nice.
Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream, even though that we haven't really seen any trains. It's been a pretty depressing evening, actually.
So how long do you think this train will be here?
Who
Will you
knows?
like stay in the night here or something?
Who knows? It's NS. They're very efficient, as you know. Right, Ed?
Well,
I'm a shareholder too, so I can say something.
In many ways, they're a very good railroad. They're an excellent railroad, but I don't understand why we can't hand off things and smoothly go through transitions.
Oh, there it is.
So he must have gotten a signal.
That's-
He
got a signal.
shows a signal at Cohutta now.
See,
So-
Ed can see where the trains are on his phone. He's got an app.
Why don't you have that?
Because you got to be in the club.
No,
I
you
haven't
don't.
joined the club.
All you gotta do is just join.
Well, I know, but I haven't done it yet.
Doesn't cost a penny.
Hey, there's a bug on that chair.
Yeah, for y'all out there that are watching this, you ought to get Train Mon 5 on your phone.
Oh.
I mean, it's amazing. I was out in Arizona for 23 days recently, and I go down on the Sunset Route, and I could look at stuff from California all the way to New Mexico. Pretty wild.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Same thing on the Transcon
My
up through Flagstaff.
Shaluta King.
My special salute
My
a king.
special Shaluta King.
So, Bailey, you are new to the train world.
I am.
What is your overall impressions of the train world?
It is very interesting. I never assumed that a hobby was so in-depth. Designing the website and the newsletter and everything for the past 4 months has been interesting because I never realized how into detail you guys were. Good for you! Good for you! But seeing an actual layout was pretty awesome. Ed, your layout's amazing.
Well, thank you very much. It's got a long way to go. Thanks.
But the potential that it has is awesome.
It's gotten to the point now where it's fun to play with, which messes up working. So it's-
Right, because it's not as labor intensive. It's all
Well,
the
it's just we all get the little childhood thing going and we play, and
Yep.
instead of
I don't see how you go to sleep at night. I would want to stay up all the time and work on it.
well,
Look at the moon.
really. pretty
Ed's
neat.
house is just perfect. He even has a pond out back so he can take a kayak out.
Yeah, got a little more than 2 acres.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, here's the train, guys. The one that we really wanted to see. And, of course, it's pitch black. And NS has really done a great job at moving the railroad tonight.
You know, watching these FedEx containers or trucks and such pass, it's just, I don't know.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? You never see this.
I never knew they transported their back end of semis on
Yep.
trains. I never knew that. And so What was that train that wrecked on the curve?
Horseshoe curve.
Yes.
Yes.
They dumped off all the FedEx containers.
They did.
They did.
That's why this train is running, because they wrecked one in South Carolina,
Seriously?
and that's why this one is running, because it can't go.
Because we were watching it on our virtual rail fans live feed on the website, and we saw the first part of the train come through because they had freed up the rest of it.
Yeah. Those are 53-foot containers. We make those too. We make those exact ones. Well, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the like button. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Even though this live stream has been very depressing, I hope you've enjoyed it. We got to see a very slow train on the eye line. We got to watch Ed almost go to jail. It was great. It was great. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. We've seen Ed get upset about how many times people opens his door.
That parapet got moving.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh.
You got me paranoid about dogs dropping out.
Can't move a train for crap. I mean, these people are just as bad as they were when they rode, whatever it was, the Pennsylvania Railroad.
Empties west.
They must have been.
Empties east.
Penn Central could have done a better job.
Penn Central.
Oh boy.
The Pennsylvania Railroad could have done a better job.
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania Railroad is not a good railroad in the end.
Yes, the Pennsylvania sucks.
In essence, just as bad as they inherited that pigtail crap from the kids.
Yes, New York Central is the top tier. That's right. Somebody got it.
New York Central and Pennsylvania both were failing railroads when they merged.
New York Central Road.
Just remember that every foot needs a big toe. This is so depressing, Gabe.
You need a spotlight.
We should have a campfire. You got wood, Ed.
Not tonight.
You're not feeling in a party mood?
I'm gonna run y'all out of here shortly.
Man! And there's Calypso, the world famous Doge.
In search of food.
Yes. Special saluda key. And couple that with the fact that, I don't know, I've never shot a train on the eye line before.
Here comes mid-train.
Oh, look, it's the mid-train DPUs. OMGvo. Here they are. Very unexciting
Down
locomotives.
there with the light bar right
There's
at the
3 of them. Wow, look at that. 3.
That must mean it's going to be a long train.
Yeah, it's...
Hey, we make those.
Dash 9. We do. We make them. AC 44 and a Gevo. Another Gevo!
Oh, in Chivo.
Wade, come over here and tell us what Kermit thinks.
No!
Why did you say that?
What?
Said OMG, bro.
I work with this man. What did you expect?
OMGvo.
Knowledge comes from him.
Hey, what kind of key do they use on Saluda?
A Saluda key.
Don't worry, she already mentioned that downstairs when we were coming around the layout.
I should have played.
I was flexing my train knowledge.
I should have got my 3170 out because it has the Saluda theme song in it.
Does it still have that in it?
Yes.
The only thing missing, you should have got Thomas out.
Thomas.
Something that's commemorating the white man. Thomas the Choo-Choo.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I did have a struggle.
One hell of a train, you know that?
It's a huge train.
For an extra section.
Would have been even cooler.
3 mid-train.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is.
Yo, Greg, the keys in the car. You just pulled it down there with the light bar.
You have a light bar?
Yeah, I hit a light bar down there in the bottom grill of the car. So
That is over. That's like 30,000 horsepower on this train.
That's crazy. So how many cars would that allow?
It's over, my understanding is it's over 14,000 feet long. I
So
don't know, you'd have to go do a calculation on length of whatever. but-
so basically 3 miles. Yeah, 3-mile train.
How do they know if something derails like halfway through?
Well, if it derails, the train comes apart and it goes into emergency.
The airlines, which are, when you have air pressure on, the brakes are off. When you lose air pressure, then the brakes go on. So loss of air pressure would put the train into emergency.
This line would be able to tell if like the wheels were hot though, would you?
That's
You've got
that's
defect detectors periodically across the
that's
railroad.
why you hear it say Norfolk Southern milepost.
Like in
Yeah,
the
the
office,
incorrect pronunciation of their own damn railroad.
There's a detect defector up there on the I line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the I line has
It's
one.
8 miles, that's 8.1.
Do you want to take one of the cars down there and put the headlights on the train?
It's almost done. There's the end of it right there.
Yeah, they've had a lot of unhappy people, I'm sure. They were
Man.
asking me earlier what I did if I got blocked. I can come across the field. It's better in my truck than the car. I wouldn't want to do the car at night, but the truck I could do at night. I just stay high and off of any areas that would be soft.
Is there a road up there where you can access your house from
No,
up there?
no.
We need detect defectors there on the border. That's what we need.
You need to pull a Henry Ford and just build bridge.
Build my own railroad. Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from out of the
Hey, look! We got another one. 2 at the same time.
Hey, Gabe!
Look!
Oh hell!
Wow! Look at that, ladies and gensets. 2 at once. OMG though. Yeah! She is a beautiful thing.
I'm waiting my whole life to sit on Edgefield Porch and watch 2 trains at once.
I have waited for this moment for all of my life, and it's finally here.
Ed looks so annoyed with me right now.
Like I'm back in kindergarten. Retarded kindergarten.
It's special needs now, Ed.
Yeah, it's special needs now.
Special needs. Now, I come from the old generation. We just call them retards.
Wow.
No political correctness here.
Amazing. And here's the end of the rare train, the only one that has ever really mattered. Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you, NS. 2 at once. I mean,
He's yelling at it.
Happens.
What does he say?
I was fixing to yell at you and tell you to do that.
what were you doing, Gabe?
You did our customary have a nice trip, asshole. And
Oh, beautiful. Thanks, NS. Thanks a lot for running the train at dark.
all those people in town that are like, oh yeah, the train's gonna be.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yep, there goes the other one. Thank God for that FRA striping.
So where are you from?
Right above Nashville, Tennessee, Gallatin,
Where'd you go to college?
UTC.
Hey, Ed, what do you think about FRA reflective striping on cars?
Well, I guess it tries to help people that don't want to look at something, not hit the car from the side. I don't know what that explains.
I was waiting for you to give me the honest answer, but that's okay. That's okay.
It's just another government regulation.
Hey, look at the crossing. It's like halfway up.
It did that earlier today, and I contacted the maintainer. I don't know what they did.
Gabe, Give me your famous
So
saying.
you went to UTC.
Yes, I did. I graduated May of
Hell yeah, brother.
Both my daughters are UTC graduates.
Oh, sweet. When did they graduate?
All right, we are going to end the live stream.
40 and 36 or something.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, Ed, get in here. We got to say goodbye to everybody from your front porch. Actually, we'll just all huddle around Ed. He has
That might work better.
Ed's going to be lazy and sit here.
Ed has seniority.
I have seniority.
There we go. All right, so we're all signing out. I'm Drayton. That's Wade. That's Gabe. That's Rachel, my smoking hot wife. We've got Bailey. And then we've got Ed, who puts up with all of our shenanigans, who loves NS with all of his heart.
Well, they do like Norfolk Southern. Sometimes they don't do real well. But
And
you didn't call me smoking hot Ed.
Well, you know,
Oh.
I'm not into that. When it comes to my sexuality,
Oh,
Ed,
excuse me.
I'm as straight as the NS Chicago line between Toledo and Butler.
We're no pride
Have you ever looked at
service.
the rail map coming out of Chicago? That's anything but straight.
But that's okay. We still, hey, we love it. We love it. We love you, Ed. Just not like that. Anyway,
And
so
I'm very glad because y'all would not be here if you had that issue.
That's right. He would not accept us if we weren't kind. So we will